Hello and welcome to CustodyCalculations.tv. My name is Catherine McWillie. I'm your host and the CEO of Custody Calculations, Calendars, and Orders. You're watching the first in a series of programs being presented on the issue of family reform. Make no mistake about it, family law is a national crisis in this country, and there are few, inside or outside the courtroom, that recognize the true impact of family law on the infrastructure of this country. In fact, family law may now represent as much as 25% of the crime in the United States. Homicides, suicides, abductions, violation of court orders, violation of restraining orders, domestic violence, child abuse, burglaries, car thefts, and more. But the impact of family law does not stop there. It's impacting our employers and our businesses in ways never previously conceived of. Employers who are now having to deal with issues such as hostile work environment with both employees work at the same location, violence in the workplace, workmen's compensation issues, as well as civil and criminal liability due to the actions of their employees. Let me give you some examples. In our first scenario, you have an employee that's had numerous court appearances. They've been dealing with issues such as child support, property settlement, custody, and visitation. They're emotional, they're distraught, and now they're driving your company vehicle. They become involved in a traffic collision. Due to those actions, and depending on the seriousness of that traffic collision, you could be dealing with civil and criminal liability. In another scenario, you have an employee that believes they're having a heart attack. They seek the medical care at an emergency room. They could be having a heart attack, or they may be having an anxiety attack. They could have high blood pressure. They're put on medication, and their work hours may be restricted, or they may be put off work indefinitely. These are just a few of the scenarios employers are having to deal with. But the impact of family law does not stop there. It's now invading our classrooms and our school campuses. Schools that are now having to deal with the issue of family law when one parent enrolls the children in violation of a court order at a school not approved of by the courts or the other parent. The other parent locates the children at that school. They come to the school and attempt to unenroll them. The other parent is called. The other parent responds. The police might be called to respond as well. There will certainly be more court appearances. Now, instead of educating our children and using their budget to educate children, they're now having set up budgets to deal with whole departments and personnel to deal with the issue of family law. But more, there is still more dealing with family law. You now have the real estate market impacted by those people having to sell their home during the divorce process or to pay their child support. Bankruptcies and foreclosures, slow pays are just a few of the additional issues related to the financial aspect of divorces. Is there a solution to this? We believe there is. We're Custody Calculations, Calendars, and Orders. A police officer for 24 years, I have a unique perspective of the family law court system, a perspective not matched by anyone else in the system or outside the system, and I've spent 10 years on the issue of research about what could be done to improve the system. In the process, we developed 7 services that could change the process throughout the United States. To learn more about our services, go to Custody Calculations, www.custodycalculations.com, and watch for the new launch of our national campaign, the Power of the $10 Bill campaign, and how you can be involved in changing the family law court system. Utilizing as few as 250 families, 150 grandparents, and 150 businesses in each state, giving only $10. To learn more about Custody Calculations and to watch for further presentations on the reform of family law court system, go to our website. That address again is www.custodycalculations.com. We hope you find this first of our installments informative, and please watch for future installments.